Listen, Chuckii, you got to talk. I mean, if you talked about games already, apologise, but was that song coming from a personal experience when you was?
No, it was just from a just making it up on the spot. That song, Games, came up. I went to Cleveland, Ohio to work with my good friend, rest in peace, Gerald Levert. Me and Gerald were in the studio, and we were just coming up with ideas for my Nice and Wild record. And I had already recorded the entire record for Nice and Wild. And we were in the studio. I came up with the drums and the chords, the da, ga, ga, and I started playing it. And Gerald just kept saying, "Why you wanna?" He just kept doing that. Why you wanna?
Wow.
Why you wanna? And I said, "Play your games on me." And he said, "That's it. Let's write it." So, and he ended up writing. He actually wrote the verses to that. So he came up with the whole concept. And Gerald was that's another unsung artist. Just great writer.
I think we don't get to really appreciate Gerald as a writer and producer.
No.
I mean, I interview performer, because we see more of the performer.
That it overlooked his actual writing, because there's three people that I always say that you never want to follow in a concert or in a club or anywhere. And those three people are, number one, Gerald Levert. Number two, Ollie Woodson from the Temptations.
Really?
And number three, Charlie Wilson. You never want to follow those three dudes, ever.
Wow.
Because I've seen them just go on the stage and just rip it up. I mean, rip it up,
I have seen Charlie Wilson. He's incredible. I haven't seen the other two live. I've seen Charlie live.
Charlie will wear you out. He will wear you out. During the time we were writing the game song, me and Gerald, of course, Gerald used to love to go out and club in and just, and I'm really not that kind of guy. I'm not a club type person. I don't go to clubs. But when you with Gerald, you're kind of forced to go. I'm like, man, I really don't want to go. He's like, man, come on, Chuckii, man. This is your second hometown, man. You need to be here. My dad was from Cleveland, Ohio. So, of course, I had a lot of family there. So, of course, we would go to clubs. They would have live bands there. And, of course, someone would say, "Oh, Gerald Levert, Chuckii's in the house." Gerald goes up there, rips it up. And then Gerald has the nerve to say, "Chuckii, come on up here and sing." I'm like, are you crazy? You must be out of GD mind. I am not coming. There's a piano up there. I'll go up there and play. But I ain't trying to sing. Not sing. And he had all these girls all up on the floor after he had sung. These girls, they're all moist and all just ready to fall out, just dying. And what am I gonna do? Go up there? You crazy? Turn away, boy. They be like, man, get out of here.
When you work with Gerald, was Mark Gordon part of that, or was this?
Mark is dope. I wrote a lot of stuff with Mark too. Mark is really talented, man. A really talented producer as well. And he never got the credit he deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that Just Coolin' record, that was the jam. That Just Coolin'. Ooh, that's hard. Mark, man. Mark is dope.
Yeah, I've had him on the show, but I'll get him back. Colin asked, any of the songs that you put on your album were they meant for other singers, and you just kept it for yourself?
No, everything I did is just for me. I didn't really write anything, and then, oh no, I take that back.
Oh, okay.
There is one. I forgot. There was one song that I wrote that I originally wrote for Charlie Wilson for his project, but I couldn't get in touch with him, and that song, it was a song called "You Don't Know." That was on my second album. I specifically wrote that in mind for Charlie.
Okay.
Especially at the end when it does the whoa, 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 all that was Charlie. So I tried to, but I wrote that for him, but never got to him. So I just said,
did he ever find out?
No, I don't think he never. No, he never found out.
Ask him about like let me see. Stephanie said, ask him one of his favorite singers, EJ from the Enchantments.
Oh,
he almost fell up.
And EJ, bruh, he's one of my favorite like male vocalists. I really tune into people, not so much of their runs per se, because runs, that's a skill, but for me, it's the feeling. It's like when you sing, does this person really means what he's singing about? And EJ he's all feel. Trust me when I tell you that. And when I would hear his voice, man, it broke me down because you can really hear the emotion in his voice. And EJ is just amazing. He's another unsung vocalist that really didn't get his just due. To me, I'm just saying, speaking from my experience. But EJ, man, oh man, I love that dude. Wow. Ridiculous.
Yeah. People are talking about Gloria and
You and Me. It's you that I need. That's like my top 10 records. Is you that I need is in my top 10 records. Top 10 ballads of all time. That song is in there because of the way EJ sung that song, man. That he's incredible.
Yeah. Jeremy is saying, ask Chuck, does he prefer producing using hardware or software like Pro Tools, Logic, and stuff?
It depends. It depends on the artist that I'm working with, or it just depends on just the vibe of the record. Because I can do both. I can go completely acoustic or go completely hardware, or I can go software. I just like to keep my options open to whatever. But that's what makes it kind of cool, is that some people are just specifically hardware only, and then some people are specifically just software only. I like to keep it 50-50.
So guys, if you didn't hear earlier on, Chuckii has produced a track for Fred Harmon on a new project he's coming out with, and it's Games 2.0. So you hear the vibe. It sounds like Games with Fred and his crew on that. Was that done using hardware or software, or?
That particular song was all software.
Okay.
All software.
Yeah.
Except for the guitar. The guitar was actually me playing my
I just wonder with like music genres from the past that come back around and get recycled. I do feel though with like, the new Jack era, it still stays ignored for me. Do you think will ever come back round?
Yeah, it will most likely, it will come back around, although it will have a different twist to it, because I don't think people will really try to replicate that actual sound per se. It will have to mesh or gel into what the sound is now. And then it's going to kind of move into that genre, but I don't think it's going to be duplicated 100% like that particular sound. And if somebody does that, then they'll probably have it'll be more of a nostalgic type of artist or song, kind of like what's my girl? She have, and I say no.
Oh, Amy Winehouse.
It's like an Amy, because that's really a throwback record for real. So if somebody does something like that, it would have to be from that nostalgic approach. Mm-hmm. But I don't think anybody's going to really take it and do it 100%. It'll have some new jack.
What I don't understand is when we used to buy albums, there was tracks on there you could dance to. Then you'd get your ballads, and you get a mid-tempos. The younger generation of R&B artists that are doing their thing now, they don't want to seem to dance. They're all very. It's all very dark, very toxic, very.
Everything's
got all that energy. You're young. You've got all all the energy, and I'm feeling depressed listening to this stuff. What's going on?
It's all by design. It's all by design. It's all by design. And again, this is a conversation we have to have off camera. It's a lot bigger than what you guys think. It's a lot bigger than what you think. Way bigger. There's a whole nother narrative that if we have a conversation, your mind will be blown, because these are things that Godfather taught.
Isn't there a young artist out there that wants to be the next Michael Jackson? I'm not saying be like Michael, but be their own, just a superstar that can do it all. We just don't.
Well, they're out there.
Anything like that coming up?
No. Well, let me just tell you like this. There are already artists that do have that drive, that determination. But it's the record companies. They have a certain narrative and agenda that they want to portray and they want to release, and they're not going to allow that, because
don't they want to make millions of dollars though? Right? You know, you're talking about a superstar that could generate millions of dollars for the music industry. Don't they want that anymore?
That's changed. It doesn't matter now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every single day, I'm gonna make